I'm Wyatt Cash with FedScoop TV, and we're here today with Steve Harris, Vice President and General Manager with Dell Federal. Steve, welcome to the program here.
Well, Wyatt, good morning to you, and thanks a lot for having me in.
Yeah, so we want to talk a little bit about IT modernization, and one of the questions I'd like to start with is, federal IT managers recognize there's an urgent need to modernize their legacy systems, but what has to change in your estimation to accelerate these modernization efforts?
Well, not only is it a good question, it's a very important question. When I hear IT modernization, I immediately think of digital transformation. There's two sides to the coin. One is that we need a very solid and comprehensive inventory of all of the IT assets that have been invested in over time. Secondly, we need superb communication and ongoing collaboration so that we can understand what the people that are working in the mission areas or in support of the mission areas and administrative functions actually need to fully enable their potential as they serve the citizens and as they seek to deliver their agency's mission. Okay, and so today we know that because of the lack of regulations that actually put somebody in charge of the overall budget, a true C-level IT leader, that has been difficult to get to the level of first communication, and then a true meeting of the minds as it pertains to how you can harness the IT budget to transform the IT assets that are used in the mission.
That makes sense. Well, speaking of modernization, the administration has proposed a $3.1 billion fund, a revolving fund, to help jumpstart agencies' efforts towards IT modernization. And I'm just thinking and wondering, what types of systems do you think are best suited for this right now as you look at the federal landscape?
Well, beyond enabling, mission capability, we also have to enable, compliance through IT solutions. And when you look at both moving forward as well as managing what you already have on premise, if you have 70 to 80% of your assets wrapped up in legacy systems that require maintenance and support, then it makes it almost impossible to keep the lights on while also funding IT modernization type projects. And so we know that a mechanism to help pay for CIOs to make progress is very important. I would say that if you choose, number one, replatforming, and so if you can get off the systems that require this, annual maintenance and support type of situation or type of expenditure, get to open systems like Red Hat, Windows, virtualized environment with folks like VMware, that not only will you drive your utilization up, you'll drive your ongoing maintenance and support costs down. So once you get moving on that and you tip the needle a little bit, then the savings in maintenance and support from replatforming will actually pay for future programs. The other thing is that there's a lot of solutions out there that are really ready for adoption right now. And Dell has worked successfully with the DoD as an example to move 500,000 users. We're in the process of moving 500,000 users to a tailored Microsoft Office 365 environment that for their email, for their chat, for their for video conferencing, from the desktop, personal storage, and so this. This is, I think, a really good example of a target area that from an application perspective where you can get started along with replatforming for just about any environment
Well, that's a great example.
in the data center. Yeah,
great place for a lot of agencies to be thinking about. Well, lastly, I was wondering, FITARA has given federal CIOs more authority and responsibility to kind of rein in their portfolio in a more rational way. How do you see that as just helping government move forward with modernization efforts?
Yeah, the CIO job's a tough job, and when it really is, and in particular, when you're asking that C-level leader to be a change agent, that affects how everybody in the agency does their job. A change agent that breaks down old barriers and habits and customs of how money is appropriated and who gets to make decisions. So change agent work is very difficult. Now, when you look at the scorecards, and you understand that we have bipartisan support in Congress that requires the progress actually be made,
Yes.
it puts everybody in the agency on the hook
Yeah.
to support the person that is doing the difficult job of being the change agent. And so I think that it's actually of enormous help. And I think that the fact that it has bipartisan support is one of the best things of all.
Well, Steve, thank you for sharing some of your thoughts on IT modernization and some of the challenges and opportunities that are in front of you, and good luck with that DoD project.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Wyatt. Nice to see you.
You too. This is Wyatt Cash with FedScoop TV. Thanks for being with us.